Hello, friends. I'm so glad that you could join me today. We are going to be reading Chapter 6 in the Wandering Wildflower. Do you like to sing? I do too, especially when I'm all by myself. All right, so let's get right into the story. How about it? It begins. The next day, as soon as Logan was done with his waffles, he raced outside. He hopped on his bike and raced over to Emily's house. As Logan pressed the doorbell, he wondered what in the world Emily had done with her aunt's orchid. "Oh, hi, Logan. Emily's already outside in her old playhouse," Emily's mom said. "You can go back if you want. We moved it into the woods behind the new tree house." "Okay, thanks," Logan called as he was already zooming around the side of the house. He saw the woods behind the new treehouse but didn't see the playhouse right away, so the old one. He heard Emily before he saw her. Oh, she was crying and talking to somebody. "Oh, why did this have to happen, Emily Jr.? What am I going to do?" she cried. "Well, I guess I could hide in here forever." Logan now saw the playhouse. They had painted it to blend in with the trees, which made it look like a little house out of a fairy tale. Emily Jr., thought Logan. He did not know anyone named Emily Jr. in this town. He decided to quietly get closer to the playhouse and peek in the window. When he popped his head up, he saw who Emily was talking to. It was her little doll that looked just like a mini-me of Emily. He had heard about those dolls. You could get one that had the same hair and color eyes as you. Logan's sister had one when she was little. Personally, it kind of freaked Logan out. It looked too much like the real person. Logan decided to wait just a few more minutes to see what else he could hear. "Yup, that's what I'll do. I'll just have to get my sleeping bag, pillow, and maybe a few snacks. Oh yes, and your sleeping bag too, Emily Jr." Emily finished telling her doll. Logan went to the little door of the playhouse and knocked. "Who's there?" Emily cried. "It's me, Logan. Can I come in?" Logan asked. "Well, it's not like there are locks on the door to keep you out, so I guess you can," Emily said with a sigh. "What you doing?" Logan asked, looking around to see if he could see the orchid. "Nothing. What are you doing here?" Emily asked back. "For a girl who is always doing something, I find it hard to believe that you're just doing nothing." "Fine. You drugged it out of me," she began. "I think you mean dragged. But go on," Logan interrupted. Emily rolled her eyes. "Well, you see, I was at my aunt's house and I saw her special flower, the lady slipper, and it was so cool looking that I had wished I'd brought Emily Jr. to see it. So I got the bright idea of putting it in my backpack and bringing it home to show her," she explained as her lips started to quiver. "Uh-oh, I'm thinking something happened?" Logan asked. "Yes, but it really wasn't my fault. It was stupid Toby. He came running towards me and I fell, and so did the backpack," Emily told Logan. "Emily, please tell me the flower is okay," Logan groaned. "It is, sorta. I just had to super glue the bottom. I was just about to." Tears started welling up in her eyes. "Until I came out here to check on it." "Okay, Emily, where is the flower?" "That's the problem. It was right on my table. I ran in to get super glue and came right back out, and it's gone." Her shoulders drooped as she hunched over in embarrassment. "Well, it's a good thing I'm a good finder, then, huh?" Logan said, smiled, trying to cheer her up. Isn't that nice, Logan? "Now, Who could have taken it in that short amount of time? Logan wondered aloud. Nobody, cried Emily cried. That's the problem. I ran into the kitchen, got the glue, and came right back out. Who was home when you did this? Logan inquired. Only my mom. Dad was at work, and Porter was, well, I don't know where Porter was. Now that he has his license, it's not cool, she emphasized with air quotes, to hang out with your little sister. About what time was it? Around lunchtime. 'Cause, oh yeah, I forgot. I was hungry when I came in, so I grabbed a yogurt too. We should ask Porter where he was around lunchtime. Where is he? Emily shrugged her shoulders. Well, I'm going to go ask your mom. Do you want to come? Logan asked her. Sure, Emily replied, looking defeated. Don't worry, Emily. We will find the orchid, Logan reassured her. What's an orchid? We need to be finding the lady slipper, Emily exclaimed. Yes, Emily, that is the kind of flower the lady slipper is, Logan said while rolling his eyes. Some kids just don't know anything, Logan thought. All right, well, that was chapter 6. We've got 4 more to go. I thank you so much for coming to my little book nook and listening to chapter 6 of The Wandering Wildflower. And if you would like to follow along, you can get the book on Amazon, either in an ebook, like I'm reading on my little tablet, or in the paperback. All right, guys, thanks so much, and have an awesome day today.